Welcome back to the Chewing Skittles podcast.
Oh my god, we started?
This week we have Matthew Simmons chewing Skittles.
I'm just eating my dinner.
Skittles is his dinner.
Yes.
But welcome back to to your mom's house. I'm Bert Kreischer, and this is my guest Tom Segura.
Hello.
Hello. I feel like I would be Bert Kreischer and you would be Tom Segura.
I feel like that's accurate.
Because I'm very impulsive, I'm very loud, and I like playing with my stomach.
And I have a receding hairline, so
And
it works
yes,
out for me.
and you are also married to Christina Pazitsky. But
That is confirmed.
we can confirm. Roll the tape.
Oh my god.
What?
You went silent for a second. I thought I just completely fell off the earth
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Alright, so just to describe what's happening, someone has come to check my Wi-Fi.
Someone's come inside his house to check
Yes,
his Wi-Fi.
multiple times.
Coming inside his house.
And at any moment, my Wi-Fi could give out during this podcast, and I could just disappear. But with the power of editing, you guys will never notice.
Unless we say, which we probably will.
We'll probably complain about it a lot.
It'll be 8:30 before we're done with this podcast.
Yeah. Welcome to the first 6-hour podcast.
Where you only hear an hour of it.
Most of it's going to be me chewing Skittles and yelling at the Xfinity man.
Oh, welcome back. That's the worst superhero. Xfinity man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He never gets anything done in time.
No, he doesn't.
You have to get through 30 minutes of customer service before you get anything that looks that resembles help and a problem solving.
And he doesn't smell bad.
It's just like
but
really
he has
weird,
a smell.
There's like a specific sort of like odor that just kind of it's like an aura that follows him around.
I would call maybe a musk.
A musk. That's a good
Yeah, maybe an Elon Musk. My kitten is getting on my desk and I want to punt it across the room.
I would say we're against animal abuse on this podcast.
I love you so much, Torrance. You want to say anything?
I can't believe you just incriminated yourself like that.
I would never kick my
Now,
cat.
as your punishment, you get to listen to me eating more Skittles.
Okay, here we go. That first one sounded like a cartoon splat.
Can you guess the flavor?
Skittle. Is it Skittle flavored?
Wrong.
Wendy's French fry.
Damn, you're good. It was either one or the other.
What if Skittles came out with joke flavors like the jelly beans did? Like, what if you could get like McDonald's Skittles?
Why would you ruin Skittles for me? Skittles are one of the only good things I have in my life.
What if you could get Big Mac Skittles?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't try a Big Mac Skittle?
Well,
don't lie to me, Matt.
that'll kind of segue into my random thought for today. So just keep that in your mind.
What, Big Mac Skittle?
Yeah, just like a weird food combination.
Big Mac Skittle's my rap name.
Dude, I'm so proud of you.
No, Big Mac Skittle is George Kittle's rap name.
God damn it.
But no, we are going to refrain from sports talk this week. Mainly
Eagles!
mainly
I'm sorry.
mainly because the analytics told us to. I checked the analytics and everyone dropped when we were talking about the Eagles.
If we were like to say like the Kansas City Chiefs, people would probably be like, "Ooh, that'd be fun." But as soon as they heard the words Philadelphia Eagles,
they dropped the
like,
fuck out. Yeah, and they were like, "Nah, fam, I ain't doing it."
These guys are already insufferable to listen to. We don't want to listen to them talk about sports.
Yeah, God damn
any
it,
capacity.
Torrance, get off the goddamn desk. I love you so much. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Nah, strong silent type. I like that.
Yes. Gave her a big kiss, put her on the floor.
Heard that. I wish you gave me big kisses like that.
I would if you were here, Matthew.
Oh, don't tempt me.
Ooh. The Xfinity man coming inside the house.
It's been an eventful day. Full
Has
of of semen.
Full of coming. But
oh wait, I can't wait for the analytics for this episode.
There aren't gonna be any because no one's gonna listen.
No.
It's gonna give me the pop-up where we don't have enough listens to have a sample size.
You want to see a show completely dismantle itself like never before?
It's this one. Listen to this one. Listen to episode 6 of Incoherent Mumbling. Welcome to Incoherent Mumbling, by the way. I haven't said that yet.
Yeah, I'm Tom Segura.
And I'm Tom Segura. And I'm Joe Rogan. But
my name is just Logan Lewis.
Oh, my name is Joe Logan Lewis.
My name is Matt Damon Simmons.
What if someone made you know the parody song "I'm Fucking Matt Damon" that was on? Yes. What if they said your name?
You hear that very awkward silence? That's exactly what my reaction would be if that existed.
What if I wrote that song and I sang that song?
All right, well that's a whole different.
It is because it's true, but
and I'm done talking about cum for a whole day.
Are you?
Yeah.
I mean, I might not be. So
I mean, knowing you, it'll probably come up at least 4 more times.
Oh,
you said it.
Did you hear my chair creak?
I thought you just like said oh and like clutched your heart and just died.
I wish.
Wow.
Oh, I wish. But before we get into our weeks,
you okay?
No, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, this is therapy.
This is therapy. This is an incoherent therapy. But I got a text from a friend of the show, Noah Bullard, this morning. And he said, it was Corona that tastes like weed, laughing face.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to also say something.
Yes, say something.
Just had my first Corona.
And does it taste like weed?
No, I loved it.
So you love weed.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess Mom, I'm changing my life around. I'm dropping out from my job, and I'm going to go live in my 2011 Toyota Sienna for the rest of my life, just smoking weed.
I'm going to drink weed.
Right by the St. Joseph River.
St. Joseph is my favorite Green Day song.
St. Joseph's of Suburbia.
On the sun of raging love. I could sing that whole song, and it's 9.5 minutes. It's 9.5 minutes long.
You and my girlfriend's love for that song, I think, can't be unmatched.
I just love Green Day. Green Day was my first favorite band.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good first favorite band.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Do you remember your first favorite band?
Fuck.
Was it U2?
So U2 is still one of my favorites, and that's probably it. But I used to listen to a Nickelback album all the time because it was like my mom gave me Nickelback CD for Christmas. The album is called All the Right Reasons.
She got that for you for Christmas?
Yeah, I was like 8 years old, and she bought me a Nickelback soundtrack.
What?
I think she only liked it. I think she only did it because she heard their songs on the radio, and it was called All the Right Reasons, even though she thought about all of the wrong reasons for giving me to that my 8-year-old self on Christmas, because they're like, you know, fucking songs about like having sex in a car and driving past the cops. And Rockstar was on that album.
Yes, the memeiest song. It's like the bottom of the ninth, and I'm never gonna win this. Tell me what you need.
I would love if like you take that song and every time that country voice comes in, you just put in like random words like you're listening to Nickelback. Tell me what you're eating.
Your total's 874. But is that the weirdest Christmas gift you've ever gotten?
No, I've probably gotten weirder, but I think it's the one that I just questioned the most.
That's
because
fair.
It led me on a path of listening to Nickelback on the bus every morning on my 2 gigabyte MP3 player.
Oh yeah, because you ripped that shit to your computer, didn't you? And then
100%.
But yeah, so what was your weirdest Christmas gift, you think?
That was incredible. The audience won't know what that means.
They have no idea.
But I don't remember my weirdest Christmas gift. All I know is that's the one that I look back on the most with the most disdain.
With the most disdain?
Yeah. I think I still own it. I think I'm looking right at it right now.
I think it's staring me in the face.
I have like a little TV stand, and there's like a collection of all of the CDs that I've acquiesced over the years.
I think it turned around and looked at me when I mentioned its name.
It did. Nickelback's All the Right Reasons is my ghost.
See, and the only reason I asked that is because, so this isn't my weirdest Christmas gift, but it's my brother's. So this was a couple years ago, and my brother is 9 years older than me, so he's 30. Well, he will be 32 this year.
He's 47.
Yeah, he's 86.
Yeah.
But so he was around 30 years old, and he asked my mom for a rotisserie chicken. And
so please correct me if I'm wrong. So not the rotisserie machine.
No.
But literally just a rotisserie chicken.
Just a rotisserie chicken.
I love your brother.
And my mom would always do the last gift as a scavenger hunt. That would be our big gift. We would do the hot cold thing. Like, you're getting colder if you're away from it, warmer if you're getting close to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what his big gift was?
Incredible.
He walked outside on the porch, and there was a rotisserie chicken.
Could you imagine if he just said that, like, as a joke and be like, they're never gonna go through with this?
Oh, man, my mom did. It was hilarious, because I wasn't expecting it. She didn't tell me or anyone else.
Please tell me how it was packaged.
It was just, it was in, I think, like a reusable Kroger bag. Just sitting on the porch.
I could imagine, like, just like the most, oh my god, I hate myself. The biggest.
The most.
It's the most.
I think we got the title. It's the most.
But imagine just like the biggest box imaginable, wrapped to perfection with the bow on top of that, and then your brother just opens it up and just finds a single rotisserie chicken.
It's not even in like the plastic container it comes in.
It's just dumped inside of the box.
It's just getting the box greasy.
It's like, oh, so that's why my gift was dripping.
I'm sorry for dripping.
Why did you wrap my present in tinfoil?
Why? So is my gift in the chicken?
Yeah.
Or oh, my gift is the chicken. Dude, gotcha.
I'm gonna wrap all of my presents this year in chicken, in rotisserie chickens.
Oh no, that's the most unsanitary thing I think I've ever heard.
I bet I could try. I bet I could give you something worse if I tried hard enough.
I'm sure you could. Speaking of the
sewage smeared Skittles. I don't know.
Look at the alliteration on this boy. But to say what Noah was continuing to say, because he sent me a few more texts.
Okay.
And he said, I'm going to send you a 6-pack of the weed beer just so you can try it.
I love that.
So, but the funny thing is, I have Corona in my fridge because
I thought you were just going to leave it off. The funny thing is I have Corona.
And then we end the podcast. Yeah. I just cough and then the podcast ends. But the gang gets coronavirus. That's 2 different shows. But
is that Friends?
No, that it's always Philadelphia and Sunny.
Oh, Sunny from The Godfather.
Ah, yes. Sunny.
It's always Sunny inside of him.
The worst character.
Damn.
But
don't do Freddy like that.
Fair
I'm smart!
I'm smart! I need to rewatch those movies. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But, so I have Corona in my fridge because Shelby likes Corona Ritas. Do you know what those are?
I'm assuming it's some sort of Corona margarita hybrid.
Yeah, so it's just a regular margarita with a bottle of Corona just shoved in the top of the... And you think I'm kidding. I'm not. That's how they
get
make
an F for presentation.
Yeah, but like...
Literally the least creative packaging.
But she fucking loves it. And it's not bad.
I should try one of those because I liked, like I said, the Corona Light that I had over this weekend was...
You liked it?
Very, very good.
There you go.
I've been trying to, like... I have, like, a little tiny kind of small I don't want to say bucket list, but just like a list of beers that I know are popular and I should try at least once.
That makes sense. Yeah. Because I think we're both not beer persons, right?
Not really. I'm more of like I can drink ales and ciders.
Gotcha.
But I just never really had anything that was just like a straight on beer.
No.
So Coronas are good, and then I also recently tried Heineken, which is also good.
See, so I figured out I like wheat-based beers the most.
Oh, you say weed-based beers?
Yes, so weed-based beer. No, but like but like Blue Moon. Blue Moon's a wheat-based beer.
Yeah.
And they have a coffee one that's delicious. And I don't know if you can still get it.
I do like coffee flavored drinks.
Yeah, right. Me too. I just love coffee.
Yeah, too.
But I think
I'm addicted.
But I think I should start doing that too, because I like. There's pressure on you to like alcohol in the first place. Like, as a society, you're pressured to like alcohol.
I love peer pressure.
Oh, yes, pressure me. But it's also, I guess, as a man thing, like, if you don't like beer, what the hell's wrong with you? Which I never like that, because I'm gonna enjoy my fucking drink, Kevin. And you can sit there with your your bread water.
Yeah, you ever seen the movie Zodiac?
I have, yes.
Yeah, it's like them in the Aqua Velvas.
Yeah.
He's just like, what the hell are you drinking right now?
Dog.
He's like, you wouldn't be making fun of me if you tried it. And then they're like, the next time, like the next frame is them like drinking 6 of them.
Dude, I want my shit to taste good.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If I'm gonna get crunk as fuck, I'm gonna have it taste good.
If I'm gonna start crunking.
If I'm gonna crunk all over the place.
Crunk core, here we come. It's coming back.
Oh no! I watched a video about crunk core last night. It was this dude live streaming.
Oh, I know. I was behind you.
I am behind you. How? I was on the couch against the wall.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm sorry for crunking, 'cause crunking's what I do.
That was just such a weird bit that like made me laugh the further along I thought about it.
It's weird. It's not funny, but it's weird.
Yeah, exactly. But what you were saying about beers was a really good kind of thing, because like I think about that all the time. Like men who tend to be like more masculine and have like those masculine ideas, they kind of like judge people based on like your beer choice.
They absolutely do.
So I think that might be like one of the reasons why I've decided just to like, anytime I go out, like go to a restaurant or like I need to go, like I want to get a drink, I'm going to try something new every time.
Fair enough. And that's a good mindset to have with not just beer, with food too.
Yep.
And I'm getting better at that. I'm a picky eater, and it's hard for me to eat some things. Like, I'm not a picky eater by choice. It's like, if the texture's weird, I'm going to throw up, kind of like picky. So I don't do it on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not out of my way picky. It's that if something is gonna make my mouth feel weird and make me throw up, I'm not gonna eat it.
Words to live by.
But
don't eat stuff if it makes your mouth feel weird.
Don't eat stuff if you throw up. That's
good advice for anybody.
But yeah, there is this pressure into liking beers, and I'm getting more comfortable with my masculinity. Like, I'm not as insecure with it. Like, I don't give a shit what people think about me if I drink like a Smirnoff Ice or a Mike's Harder or something.
And you know what? You shouldn't, because I think people who hold other people to standards of what they view is like the proper, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just the way that you should act because of your gender.
Oh, your gender role.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
We know.
Sociology 101.
We know terms.
Yeah. But like, people who hold you to those standards just kind of, they put you in a box, and it doesn't allow you to actually like the things you like. And, you should be you. And you should, always try to just do what makes you happy, or in this case, what you think tastes good.
Yeah. You do you, boo-boo.
Yeah. That's in the Bible.
I think Tesla said that. I think Nikola Tesla said that.
Oh, I love Nikola Tesla as played by David Bowie.
Starring.
David Bowie.
Wait, I forgot he was Nikola Tesla
in The Prestige.
Yeah, I forgot. I need to watch that. I need to watch that movie.
It's one of the most badass characters walking on screen in film history.
Really?
Because one, it's David Bowie, so he's already fucking cool.
Yeah, his dick is already huge.
That's true. But he literally he walks through like an electrical field and just like comes into frame and he goes, "Hello." And it's just like there's no other way David Bowie could have entered this movie.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
But Shelby really likes that movie.
It's great.
And we haven't watched it together yet, but I'm really down to watch it and see what it's all about.
Oh, it's good. It's a Christopher Nolan flick.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Yeah, we were on a Christopher Nolan kick for a couple days because we watched Shutter Island, we watched Inception. I don't know if we watched any other ones, but we definitely watched those two, and big fans of both. So
I will say Shutter Island is Martin Scorsese, but that's okay.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It is. I guess it is like mood and like visually looks a lot like a Nolan film. So
Never mind.
I'm not going to be one of those cinephiles that are like, how fucking dare you?
Yeah, because I don't give a shit.
I would suck Nolan's. No, I'm not going to.
I'm sucking. But
I can't even speak anymore.
No. But how was your week, Matthew?
It was good. I just came back from visiting Kendra once again yesterday.
Yes. Oh, nice.
And I'm physically exhausted.
Very nice.
Just because of the car ride, but like it was nicely lazy, and like we did some things, and we got some Halloween plans kind of sorted out, like what we want to do.
Sweet.
The costumes we're gonna have.
Can you reveal that yet?
Yeah.
Are you at liberty?
We decided that we were gonna go as Raven and Beast Boy.
Yes.
So I'm going to paint my skin green.
Oh man.
And probably dye my hair green, which will be fun because I've never dyed my hair any color before.
What?
Yeah, not even with like temporary dye or sprays or anything.
Dude.
Never.
I grew up as a beautician's son. So my hair has been colored several times. I was fully blonde at one point.
Oh my god, I would love to see a picture of that.
And then I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
And that turned into blonde tips because I just let it grow out.
You had frosted tips?
I had frosted tips.
Oh my god.
I did. I don't know if there's a picture of me with frosted tips, but I did have frosted tips. Oh no, there is one of me having a frosted tipped mohawk. So,
oh my god.
So
how much would you have to be paid right now to bring that back?
I mean, not much, because I liked rocking the mohawk.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could though because of my job and like the prospect of another job. If I get like an actual industry job.
Wait till you get the job and then as soon as they confirm you, get the mohawk.
Walk in first day, frosted tipped mohawk.
Love it.
But I've had my hair red. I've had my hair blue. I think I've had it green. I've had my hair dyed so many colors.
So would you say your hair was yellow and green and brown and blue and scarlet and violet and
is this fucking
peach and ruby and yeah?
Is this Joseph?
I thought might as well.
Oh no! I closed my eyes, drew back the curtain.
Dude, Donny Osmond is just quitting right now.
Daniel Osmond.
Donald Ozymandias.
Donald Ozzy Osmond.
Did you know Donny Osmond is short for Donald Ozymandias?
Donald Rock Me Ozymandias. Oh, that's awful.
Stupid.
But so you're painting yourself green, and. Yeah. 1 year for show choir, we did like a costume party for one of our practices, and I was the Hulk.
Hell yes.
And painted myself green.
Of course.
To be fair, it was more like the Bulk because of, how I look, because of my body composition.
That's very good wordplay.
I'm not very muscular.
Just say what I say. I'm hiding my muscles and six-pack underneath
skin. They are protected.
I don't want anything to happen to my abs, that's why I don't have them showing.
I've got an attractive proof vest on. I just came up with that, and that's better than I expected.
Yeah.
That's better than I expected.
We're going to end the podcast.
But I don't know my Halloween plans yet, and Shelby and I don't know like what we're doing. But
I thought you were going to do Andre the Giant.
Yeah, and like that's probably going to be it, but we also talked about Hank and Peggy Hill.
Oh, that'd be funny too.
I don't know. We haven't decided yet. But yeah, love Halloween.
Yep.
Big fan. And
favorite time of the year, I would say.
It's the most.
Yeah, and I would say I've been doing really poorly on my October binge watch. So,
dude, I've never done that.
I told myself I did it a little bit last year. I've already watched more this year than I did last year.
That's good.
But I was trying to tell myself that I want to watch a new horror film every day.
A new one
for October.
Okay.
Yeah. So like most of the ones that I've watched, I would say if there's maybe one or two of them that I've already watched before.
Yeah.
And it was, I think the one I had seen was Halloween 5. And then I watched Halloween 6 for the first time right after that.
Oh, yes.
We're not going to talk about Halloween 6.
No, we're not. We're not. We're barely going to talk about Halloween 5.
Exactly. But I've just been really slacking, and it's October 15th, so I've got to make up for some lost days.
Yes,
maybe
you do.
Like 2 movies a day or something.
Ooh, 2-a-days. The better kind of 2-a-days.
Yeah, not to be confused with Tuesday.
Monday, 2-a-days.
2-a-day.
Weekend days.
Will Wheaton.
Donald Osmond Day.
Oh my god. But yeah, I speaking of Halloween stuff, my topic is going to be very, very talking about Halloween
spooky as fuck.
Yeah. But how was your weekend?
Week? I almost crashed a couple nights ago.
Into me.
But so I was driving home. I think it was Tuesday night. I was driving home from work, and I got off at 10 o'clock, so I was driving in the dark.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, I'm fine driving at night. It doesn't bother me. And I was a little...
not.
Well, you'll see why. So I'm driving home, listening to music, as I do, and I came literal inches from smoking this raccoon.
Ooh.
And I swerved out of the way, which you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to swerve on the road, but I didn't want to fuck up my car, and I didn't want to fuck up this raccoon.
Exactly.
And I swerved that shit perfectly. I don't think I could have done it any closer to the raccoon. I'm pretty sure he could smell the rubber on my tire. Was how close I was. It was ridiculous. And I looked back, the raccoon was gone, there was no blood. So my heart was a beating and a popping and a racing all the way home.
Well, I'm glad nothing bad happened, and also shout out to that raccoon.
Shout-a-dat.
He's probably just eating some trash right now.
Like
little
me.
Trash mouth.
Little trash boy.
Hey now.
You're a trash boy. Get the game on. Eat trash. Hey now. You fucking trash panda. Get the show on. Eat trash.
You just end every line with just eat trash.
But no, so I also, I'll say this for the end because that's what we're gonna do. I started a new project, and I'll talk about for my random thought.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's really been my week. The kitty has been an asshole.
As
this
usual.
Week.
That seems to be your cat update every week is going to be my kitty was an asshole.
Well,
that's going to be it.
She's becoming more of an asshole, and I don't know why. I guess it's just because she's a kitty and she's rambunctious.
I think she's finally realizing that this is her home and that she's in charge.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Tippy will smack a bitch, and she has several times. So, she was pissing me off last night.
Maybe it's the brain damage.
Maybe it's the brain. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
she's born with it.
Maybe it's brain damage.
Oh, God.
That's so bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But she was pissing me off last night, and Tippy and her being cordial. I was like, Tippy, why don't you fucking hit her for me? And she did.
Oh my god.
She did. I was like, thank you, but not.
If I could train my mom's cat to like beat up another cat, I'd be unstoppable.
It's just so I was scared at first because I thought Tippy was gonna legit kill her, but now it's just funny.
Because it's just little boops.
It's just taps. It's just tap taps. She'll growl and she'll fucking swing the paw down like bam bam bam, and Torrance just runs away, and that's how it goes.
That's the confrontation.
Yeah, and that's the scene. But speaking of spook, do you want to get into your topic first?
Yeah, we'll talk about some spoops.
Let's get some spoopies. So
speaking of what I did this week,
yes,
like I said, I was with my girlfriend, and on
Get
Sunday, I'm sorry, God, but anyways, we actually had a room. It was called an apartment.
It was called
ignorant slut, but
you ignoramus.
Ignoramus.
You Rick Ignoramus.
I was gonna say Harold Ignoramus.
Harold Ignoramus go to White Castle. That joke doesn't work.
Jesus
that
Christ.
Doesn't make sense.
Not anymore.
It doesn't.
It's over. But we spent Sunday all day, and we binge watched the entire season of The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Yes.
And for those who don't know, The Haunting of Bly Manor is a new Netflix series that was dropped on Netflix. It is a sort of sequel to The Haunting of Hill House, which is probably one of my favorite horror things I've seen in the last decade.
Yeah. So I only got like 4 episodes in.
Oh my god.
And I need to finish it.
You should restart it and watch the whole thing from the beginning because, dude, I was gonna say you left on the worst possible episode because it only gets better from that.
So Shelby and I started together, and she's not interested in it anymore. She's very particular with what she likes in regards to horror. So she kind of fell out of it. So I just need to start it again on my own.
You just got to tell Shelby, like, we're doing this because Matthew said so.
Oh, dude. If you want to try and tell her that, if you want to try and give her an order, you can. It's not going to work.
Okay. I'll just message her on Twitter real quick.
It's like, hey, restart.
Yeah. Restart Hill House things.
But I really enjoyed it, though. Like, I enjoyed what I saw. And when I saw the... I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off, but
no, it's okay.
I'll stop in a second and let you talk. But I just want to say that it looks super cool, and I do want to get back into it.
Yeah, it's just incredible stuff and made me cry multiple times.
Really?
Because it's Mike Flanagan. He's one of my favorite horror filmmakers working today. Like he made Oculus, and most recently Doctor Sleep.
Dude, Doctor Sleep is so fucking good.
He's just he does this really cool thing where like his stuff is scary, but like at the center of it there's a big heart and an emotional appeal at the center of it. So it's not just scare. It's like, oh, you're scared, but you're also crying in the club right now.
Yeah, it's scary with a message.
Yeah, it's no one's doing it like him, and he's just always been like released good stuff. He also did. I don't know if you've ever seen Gerald's Game.
No, but I've heard it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's another one he did. Another Stephen King adaptation he did. But like I said, he's just an amazing filmmaker.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of good stuff.
Haunting of Bly Manor is some of the cast members return, but it's a completely different story, a completely different universe.
So it's an anthology series. Is
basically
what that means. Yeah,
they kind of went the American Horror Story route where they decided to just start over and do a fresh new season with like the same actors.
Which like I'm down for. I wish more series would be an anthology series.
I think horror is the best showcase you can do anthology.
Oh yeah.
You can tell some really cool contained stories in an anthology series or like movie, whereas like you won't get trapped for like. If you don't think it's going to hold for a whole few seasons or like a few hours, you can always just make it an anthology.
Yeah, just wrap it up. And like, it's better to have, in this case, less is better. Yes. Because if eventually it gets bad.
Yeah. So like I was simultaneously like, I'm sad that we're not going to see more of this family because I really came to like love all those characters. But also it's like, they told their story.
And
I'm not going to fight that because it worked really well for what it was. But Bly Manor, it's an adaptation of The Turn of the Shrew by Henry James, which is a pretty good horror novel. It's one of the more well known ones. But yeah, like I said, I watched it in a day, and I don't think it's on quite the same level as Hill House. And to be fair, not a whole lot of things are.
Yeah, because that fucker hit the ground running, sprinting. Like it's like not just insane from like a horror perspective, but like a quality perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It
was
across
just
the board.
Consistently, like every episode got better and better and better, and ended in a really great way.
And that's hard to do.
What I appreciated about this season is that, because it's a different story and it's different time setting. So like Hill House took place like in modern day time.
Yes.
Bly Manor takes place mostly in the 80s with a few flashbacks here and there.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
So
a lot of drugs. Also, kidding.
Actually, not as many as you would think.
Ah, interesting. Okay. Drug light.
Yes, drug light. But it's much different than Hill House, where Hill House is also, because like what I liked about Hill House is that it was like emotional but also just super fucking scary. There are like a few jump scares in that show that I will never forget. Bly Manor is not that same level of scare a minute
of shit your pants scary.
It's like a gothic romance ghost story.
Ooh, okay. So it's spooky, not scary.
It's got some creepy moments, and it's slower, but it's like I said, it's more of a romantic sort of show.
Gotcha. Interesting.
There's a lot of love is like a very main theme throughout the whole thing, and how they tackle like love and loss and grief is very, very cool. But a few things I want to talk about this show is that it starts off slow. It's a little bit more of a slower paced, but like the last episode hits, and then everything about that season just culminates together.
Oh yes.
And it's just like 3 or 4 gut punches in that last hour, and like Kendra and I were just destroyed.
Yeah.
So like I said, any show that can make me cry like that, you did your job.
Absolutely. Like any over the top reaction. Like sadness or scared or whatever, that's what you want.
Yeah, and this season I think I really liked the characters this time around. So I'm gonna read the quick Wikipedia synopsis just so we know what it's about.
Yeah, go for it.
The story tells of a young governess whose name is Danny, hired by a man to look after his niece and nephew at the family country house after they fall into his care. And arriving at Bly Estate, she begins to see apparitions that proceed to haunt the premises.
Interesting.
So a lot of really cool architecture within the house, and it's spooky, and the characters are all really cool. Shout out to, I hope I'm saying his name right, Rao Kohli, who I don't know if you've ever watched iZombie.
No, but I've heard it's really good.
He's in that show, and then are you familiar with Funhouse?
No, I'm not.
Like the Rooster Teeth gaming
yes,
channel?
Yeah, Funhouse, okay.
He makes appearances on that from time to time,
really?
And that's actually how I got to like know him as a person and as a personality.
Interesting.
So when he was put into this show, it was like, okay, cool. I'm glad to see him getting some like really, really good work. And he's like the best character in this show.
That's awesome.
He's like, I feel like he's kind of like a character that more TV shows need, where like he's just a super chaotic good.
Oh, I love chaotic characters.
He's charismatic. He's friendly. He's a cook, and he makes a lot of puns.
Oh yes, my favorite.
And his relationship with Hannah, who's played by Tania Miller, who's also just as good, was like my favorite part of the show. So like I was more invested in like the characters and the storylines than I was in getting scared. So if your horror, quote unquote horror show makes me more interested in the people, then like I can't wait to be scared this time around.
Yeah,
you done good.
So were you then disappointed that it wasn't as scary, or does the thematic elements, like with love and it's a more romance driven story, does that make up for it?
So I saw some people on Twitter talk about it, and they were like, don't go in expecting the same thing. And so, yeah, there's like a kind of a level of disappointment in it. But then like episode 5, there's an episode that pretty much centers on Hannah, herself, which is like the turning point for the show, where like it goes from like really, really good to just being like, holy shit, what an episode.
Love it. Yep.
And then it just goes uphill from there. But you need to catch up on both of these seasons because
I do.
I know how much you like horror.
Yes. Huge horror fan.
You know, what can go wrong than watching, 9 hours of a horror story twice?
Nothing, god damn it.
Exactly.
I've got some days off in a row coming up, so I might spend one of those days just fucking geeking the fuck out.
I would definitely watch Hill House, and then if you got time, move on to Bly Manor, because they're both highly recommends.
Do you still like Hill House more?
Yes.
Okay.
Because like I said, it's like the only reason I'm saying it's not as good as Hill House is because like Hill House is one of my favorite things probably
in general.
Yeah. And Bly Manor is just a really fucking great series of television.
Well, and I think that's comparative to The Shining and Doctor Sleep.
Yeah.
Like
exactly. Yes.
So there was The Shining was probably the hardest movie to make a good sequel for. And especially when there's not a lot of good sequels in general.
And especially because Doctor Sleep, the book, is not that great.
That's what I've heard. It's not as good. But if this is the sequel of sequels, I think.
Yep.
Doctor Sleep stands on its own, and it is it's worthy of being a sequel to The Shining.
I think so too. I think it's one that, like, when I first watched it, I was already like, this is great, but I wasn't sure if everything necessarily worked for me. But it's one that, like, the more I think about, the more I come across of really, really liking. And I don't know if you've got around to it, the director's cut of Doctor Sleep.
No, I have not seen the director's cut. I've only seen the OG cut. Yeah,
they dropped that on HBO. And I think it's like a half an hour, like 20 to 30 minutes longer.
Wait. Is the director's cut the one they have on HBO, or is
they have both of them on HBO?
Okay, all right. So yeah, I think we just watched the normal cut.
Yeah, the director's cut's like just like a little bit longer, because I mean, like, Doctor Sleep by itself is 2.5 hours.
Exactly.
Long.
It's
a pretty long movie.
Yeah, it's a long movie.
But yeah, it somehow made the movie better.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, sometimes director's cuts are hit or miss, and it's like, oh, I understand why you cut that. But I was just like, you could have released this 3-hour movie, and I would have been totally.
It would have been fine. Yeah, but yeah, some good horror stuff we're talking about. And if you haven't watched either Hill House or Bly Manor or The Shining / Doctor Sleep, get the fuck on that, because you're missing out on.
It's fucking October.
On
if you're
great
not watching horror shit right now, what are you even doing with your life?
Stick it up your own ass.
Oh.
Ooh, stick it in your ass.
Get it right up there around the corner.
Get up, and then the fudge is made.
Oh my god.
Welcome back to the Fudge is Made podcast.
Oh my god. Back to Incoherent After Hours.
Incoherent After Hours. But do you have anything else to add about Bly Manor or anything
just
like that?
Gonna say, anybody who says the show is bad is wrong, and you're just okay. That's so schlocky of me.
But I mean, like I think with a show of that quality, you're just hating it because it's popular.
I think they're hating it because it's just not what they. It's very different from Hill House, and a lot of people have said it's boring. You're boring, and that is my concluding thought. Thank you.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
But yeah, that's it. I just want to say I love it, and
yeah,
I'll defend it.
I will definitely do my best to get on that, so I can talk to you about it in depth.
Yarp.
Because I'm a big horror fan, like we said, and it's just
Jesus Christ.
I thought you were trying to scare me.
Mitchell just came around the corner and just yelled at me.
I stuck out my whole face in there. I was like this.
You're disgusting.
Mitchell, get the fuck out of here.
I'm recording a podcast.
Mitchell, you're on the Incoherent Mumbling podcast.
Logan says you're on. Do you have any final words?
Last Jedi sucks.
You suck.
Ooh.
Get out of here.
We will save that for another time, because I know you have so many thoughts about that subject.
we can Mitchell and I can fight about Star Wars for hours.
That would be hilarious,
without breathing. So,
but we're not gonna get into that right now.
I'm in a happy place, damn it.
God fucking God. Oh no. But
anyway, we can move on to your wonderful topic.
I want to switch gears a little bit because we both saw a meme today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if I can find the actual meme.
I'm trying to remember where I saw it. Was it on
hold on.
Twitter? Or was it on Facebook? It was on Twitter.
Yeah,
okay.
I saw it on Twitter. So I looked up Paramore on Twitter to see if like it comes up, because
I will say Twitter for me has not been working, so I don't know if it's
really
down or not,
interesting. But... Okay, but that kind of got me thinking earlier today about the emo trinity as a whole.
Yeah.
And
so can you explain what the emo trinity is?
The emo trinity is the three biggest emo bands, and some would say the three best, but that's neither here nor there. That's it's all opinion and whatever. But it consists of Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, and Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
And I have been a big fan of all three since early teens, even younger than that. Mm-hmm. I remember being like 6 years old, listening to Fall Out Boy because of my brother.
Yeah.
And it just growing from there. And
yeah, there's definitely a lot of nostalgia hooked with all three of these
so
bands
much
for me as well.
Nostalgia, but with the
current nostalgia.
Well, yeah, current nostalgia. Even though current nostalgia for these bands isn't the best.
Can we call it nostalgia?
Now that's what I call nostalgia.
That's what I call trauma. Anyways,
but I started thinking, is it time to maybe switch up the Trinity a little bit, because it's been so long that of these three bands being the emo Trinity, right?
This is like the King James Bible, It's
yeah.
Like some of the elements will stay the same, but you got to update it.
Now here's the thing.
I actually don't know what the King James Bible
I have no
is,
fucking idea either. No idea. We're just saying it because it sounds right, which is how I talk most of the time. I just say things because they sound correct. But
oh, God.
I think two of the three bands stay, and I want you to guess which two I think.
I know exactly which two you're going to say.
Okay, which two am I going to say?
Because that's my opinion as well.
Okay.
Fall Out Boy and My Chemical Romance.
Exactly. Yes. Yep. Okay. So, and past Logan would be really hurt by that, because one of my identifying factors as a person growing up was being a fan of Panic at the Disco. And I still love the older music. Like, that hasn't changed,
Yeah.
Like, I still really enjoy the older music. But the new album...
Big butt.
Ugh. And also the some of the allegations that have come to light about Brendan Urie that could be true or not. They haven't been confirmed, but we'll just leave it at that. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking more and more about Paramore and how I got more into them like semi-recently, and just thinking about their consistency and the quality of their music, because it's very high. And you are a big Paramore fan.
Yeah, I'm okay, I guess. I only have them tattooed on my arm.
Well, see, and I would say they're your probably favorite emo band, right?
I would say, yeah.
By a lot?
Yeah.
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 And do you think, and I know this is coming from a biased standpoint because of how big of a fan you are.
Exactly.
But do you think it's time to switch up the Trinity?
Yes. I can tell you why, because it's not just me being biased. It's that, like you said, I think Paramore, much like the other two bands, I guess Fall Out Boy a little bit less to an extent. I know, I'm not describing their name.
No, but like not by much. Like I agree, their newest album sucks dick.
Not as badly inconsistent as Panic at the Disco has been.
No,
and Panic at this point is only Brendan Urie and him alone. It's like the other members of the band don't matter, and they're not really relevant. And I think he's like the only permanent member of the band right now. Like, he writes all the music, he does all the instrumentals himself.
Yeah, and like there are some consistent touring members, but like in a creative sense,
he is the force behind the band.
Yes.
And you know, like, I think all of these bands, you know, they're not necessarily emo anymore because, you know, they kind of moved on and evolved in their own ways.
I think the most still emo is MCR because they haven't released new music.
Yeah,
so
they're still stuck there.
So they're still back in the emo thing, and they were gonna come back and do a big ass tour, you know.
But then Rona.
But then Rona happened, and that had to stop or been postponed, to say the least.
Yeah.
But
I'll be definitely interested to see how they sound now, like how they adapt to the decade.
Because I was a decent fan of Gerard Way's like solo stuff. Like,
yeah,
Baby You're a Haunted House is a bop.
I love that song.
It's a bop.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm starting to think more and more it's time to maybe reconsider the Trinity because of consistency and quality. Yeah. Because Fall Out Boy really only has one bad album, and it's their newest one.
Yeah, it's Mania.
From 2004 to when was their album before this released? 20.
Is that Save Rock and Roll?
No, there's the one after that. It's what the fuck is it?
Oh, American Psycho?
Yes, that one. Yeah, American Beauty, American Psycho.
That's it.
Yeah. And while American Beauty, American Psycho isn't amazing, it's not a bad album.
No. That's how I feel about Save Rock and Roll as well. Like not like stacked front to back, but still like a solid
album.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're three, so from Under the Cork Tree to Fully Ado is incredible. Just all three albums, A+ quality. Love every single one of those albums.
Yeah, 100% agree with you now.
And Take This to Your Grave is really good too. Like their album.
I haven't listened to that one as much.
Their album before that, there's some bops on there.
Is that the one with Saturday?
Yes. In the wake of Saturday. So, but what can you say about Paramore's consistency and quality? Because you would know way more about this than me.
Yeah.
I know there was a dip at one point.
I don't think so.
There wasn't, because don't you like kind of hate one of their albums?
Okay. Not really. So their first album is their weakest one by far. And in my opinion, every album they've released after that has only gotten stronger and stronger and stronger.
Now, is their first album the one with Misery Business on it? Like, is that...
No, that's Riot. Their first one was All We Know Is Falling, which the one big song from that I remember is Emergency.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Riot was good. And then Brand New Eyes is a banger. Because it's like, that's just got like all of their, like some of their best stuff, like Ignorance and like Brick by Boring Brick. And yeah. And then there's self-titled, which it's what I convinced myself for the longest time that it was my favorite Paramore album.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just slightly behind Brand New Eyes, because even though I like how it sounds sonically and like they're taking different directions with things, it's just a little too long. It's like 18 tracks. But After Laughter, which is their newest one, which is like, sees them pretty much ditching emo rock and going like 80s pop. 80s rock.
But like, it's great.
It's their best one.
And Rose Colored Boy is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's like, you know, even if the music has changed, the core of the band and the lyrics and stuff have not.
Well, and here's the thing. The quality didn't dip when they changed. It did the opposite. With Panic and with Fall Out Boy, it dipped.
It's like they had to lower the quality of, like, not just like even the sound of it, but like the songs they were writing too. Like, even though I really can't stand Mania for the most part.
Yeah, I can't either.
There are still like a few decent songs in there. Like I like Wilson.
Gotcha.
Right?
I really haven't listened to that album. I've listened to a couple songs and was completely not interested.
I can tell you exactly what happened when Young and Menace first came out. And I turned on that song, and I could not believe it sounded like I was listening to something that was made back in like 2007.
Yeah.
We're not gonna shit on Fall Out Boy because we still like them a lot. But that album is just not.
No, it's not snuff.
Chief.
Well, and that's the same with Pray for the Wicked. There are a few good songs on that album, like, Roaring Twenties is I think is the best song on that album.
What about High High Hope?
I hate that fucking song.
I do too.
Hate that fucking song. But Dying in LA is not bad. It's pretty good. It's not as good as the ballad from Death of a Bachelor.
Yeah. What was the first song that was released from Pray for the Wicked?
It wasn't
Say Amen.
Yeah,
that one's fine too.
That one's good.
But yeah, everything else I'm just not...
like the Overpass song. It's just so generic, and
yeah,
I know it because I'm almost positive it's their highest grossing album. Which
it's gotta be.
Which Make Your Money. I get it, but can we reel it back a little bit? Because in my opinion, for a while, Death of a Bachelor was my second favorite album.
I agree. Like I loved that album quite a bit.
Yeah, for a while it was my number 2. I think
like
it's my number
just with them.
For them.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it was.
So what? Let me guess. You've got Fever number 1.
No.
Is it? Wait. So is it Vices?
Yes.
Okay.
Vices is my number 1. Have you heard the bonus tracks for that album?
I'm trying to think. So is that like Kaleidoscope Eyes?
Kaleidoscope Eyes, Bittersweet, Oh Glory.
Turn Off the Lights.
Turn Off the Lights.
I Want to Be Free.
Yeah, there are like 6 or 7 bonus tracks that are better than most other Panic songs in general.
Right.
So, and I can listen to the album front to back and not skip a song, as well as the bonus tracks.
Yeah. That's good. I like Vices.
Yeah. So
I still think Pretty Odd's my favorite.
Pretty Odd was my number 3 and is now my number 2. Okay. So I think it goes Vices, Pretty Odd, Death of a Bachelor, and then Fever. Yeah. And then Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die. I didn't really like that one.
That one's just kind of bleh. Like it's not bad. It's just kind of.
Which is funny because it was written mostly by Dallin Weeks, who is now the head man of my new favorite band, which you need to fucking listen to.
IDK, B, WTFK.
WTFK, WWE.
What the fuck is that pile?
Yeah, but no. So it stands for I don't know how, but they found me. And they're fantastic. You need to listen to them straight up. Their new album is coming out like in a week and a half. They already have songs released from it, and every single one's a fucking bop. And yeah, and it's funny because Too Weird to Live is like one of my least favorite albums from Panic, and it was written by Dallin Weeks, who is now making some of my favorite music right now. And then Pray for the Wicked. There's a big steaming pile of shit, and then there's Pray for the Wicked. Yeah, not a fan of the album, but I mean, I think I'm gonna give Panic one more album before I make a decision.
You know what? That's like me, where I'm like, yeah, I'll give him one more shot. Like if he can redeem himself, you know, and make actual, like, even if it's still pop music, if it's good pop music, then that'll be fine.
Because that's what Death of a Bachelor was. It was pop alternative. Like there was a good split.
There was. It wasn't just one way or the other. This one was just definitely the most
went all
poppy.
The way. Yes.
And I think just, you know what, you're giving them a lot of you know, hoping that they change, but it's like he was just on a song with fucking Taylor Swift.
Yeah, so I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna just keep doing what's gonna get him the most
money
hits.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Fame gets addicting to that point.
Yep.
And I'm like,
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, same.
I'm not famous.
But like, I think I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, like how can you not? Because I mean, like, pop punk was like back in the, you know, when they got popular, that was like one of the biggest genres of music.
And it's hard to choose against Comfortable Life Forever.
Yeah, I totally get that.
So I have no malice because of that. Like, bands change and evolve all the time. They shouldn't stay the same sound. At least not, like, I guess be kind of similar, but, like, trying new things. And I think that's what they were doing up until Pray for the Wicked. That's what Brendan was doing up until Pray for the Wicked. So I'm going to give them one more album until I think we should shake up the Trinity. But Paramore is real damn close. Real damn close.
You know me. I'd probably already throw Panic off.
Yeah, and that's fine. You're allowed to have that opinion because I have been becoming less and less attached to that band for the last couple years.
Yeah.
I still think I'm gonna get a Vices and Virtues tattoo because that album is insane. Love that album, but like just falling off, you know.
Yeah.
Listen to different shit. Big fan of Ghost right now. Been a big fan of Ghost forever.
Rats.
Rats.
Yes. That's just anytime Logan mentions Ghost, that's just the one song I just have to reference every single time. Love it.
But yeah, they've got new music coming out this winter. They've got a new album.
Really?
Yeah, I shared that thing a couple weeks ago.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. See, as soon as you said that, I just saw the image in my head.
Yeah, there's a new album coming out, which I'm fucking stoked for. I just got a Ghost hoodie, and it's awesome.
Nice.
Oh, big cough on Mike.
Big cough.
But yeah, do you have anything else to say about the Trinity?
Paramore rules.
Paramore does rule.
Literally on my way back home from Muncie, I was literally I had like some. I was okay. So like the night before, I had like some really weird like anxiety like existential shit.
Oh yeah.
And on my way home, I was literally like screaming and crying to Black Parade. So.
Yeah. Oh man. The fucking emo Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, and what an insane album! Which I will say,
it's such a good fucking
needs
album,
to be turned
dude.
into a musical.
I agree 100%, and not be shitty like American Idiot.
Yeah, the concept is there, the music is fantastic,
and it needs to happen, and it needs not to change as much as American Idiot did.
Yeah,
because every time Spotify puts the musical in my daily mix, I want to fucking scream.
I know. Yep.
But no, I completely agree. I think there needs to be a true to self musical about Black Parade.
Black Parade is just, even sonically and thematically, it's very much like bombastic and sort of inspired by like musicals in general.
Yeah.
Just like the songs themselves are all epic and huge sounding, and you can get some choruses singing back there. Yeah, like come on.
So what's your favorite non-popular song from that album, and why is it House of Wolves?
Okay, House of Wolves rocks, but my favorite song on the record in general is Sleep.
Sleep is so good.
Yeah. That last minute gets me every time.
Oh my god.
It's that and that moment in This Is How I Disappear where like that slows down and he's going like, "Can you hear me cry?" Just the harmonies there, just fucking like I'm over.
It's done. Yeah,
I'm turning off my car and I'm gonna go cry.
Yeah, I say we didn't really talk about MCR that much because they're just goddamn great.
Everyone knows,
and they're consistent.
Everyone knows. The best.
The best. The most. The best.
Most of you.
The most of you. Yeah. At the end of the. Oh wait, no.
I'm in love with the most of you.
You push and pull like a ghost too. I'm in love with the ghost of you.
Jeez. Oh my god! Can we get Ed Sheeran songs sang in the style of My Chemical Romance?
Oh my god!
What did you do? What have you done?
The club isn't the best place. So the graveyard's where I go.
Jesus Christ! Oh god! On that note,
do we want to get to random thoughts?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I can go first.
Yes, please.
So remember how earlier we were talking about the Big Mac Skittles, right?
Yes.
And so Big Mac Skittles is very clearly a very strange food combination.
Yes.
And so it was on Tuesday. Kendra was working at the bar at B-Dubs.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I'll go visit her and have a few drinks. That's where I had my Heineken.
Love it.
B-Dubs has a drink there. And it's called, oh my god, hang on. I have to figure out what it's called. But basically, it is a Mountain Dew margarita.
Oh, talk even more about it.
So I have to look up the information so I don't get any of this wrong.
God, I'm gonna coming, Matt.
I'm not that big of a fan of Mountain Dew at all.
Dude, I'm the opposite.
the idea of so it's called the Down South Margarita, which is a very fitting name.
It's also a very suggestive name.
And it is made with tequila, Mountain Dew, melon liqueur, lime sour, a salt rim, and the garnish is a fucking Slim Jim. I'm not kidding. They handed me the drink, and the Slim Jim is skewered through a toothpick and put right on top of the glass.
Did you eat the Slim Jim?
Well, that's what I ate first.
Okay, good.
Because it's purposely not touching your drink, because that would just be disgusting.
So you didn't Dunkachino your Slim Jim into your...
No, I didn't. Dunk.
It's not out anymore.
It's the Down South Margarita.
It's South.
It's Dew.
It's not Dunk anymore. It's Dew. Dewchino.
But the only reason I ordered it is because when Kendra first told me about the Down South Margarita, I did not believe her.
No, it doesn't sound real.
There's no way that someone would put Mountain Dew in a mixed drink. And she's like, no, but get this, it's also popular. So I'm sitting at the bar, I had my Heineken, and I look at her, I'm like, I'm going to do it. She's like, what? I'm like, I think I'm going to get the Down South Margarita. She's like, are you really? And I was like,
yeah.
Yep, let's do it. Put her up. So she made it and put it out in front of me, and it's already just regretting it.
It's already too much.
With the Slim Jim on top of the glass, it's already just like, what did I get myself into?
It is the worst Bloody Mary.
I haven't had a Bloody Mary, but I have had a Down South Margarita, and let me tell you, I definitely do not recommend it.
You don't?
It's because...
okay, is it solely because you don't like Mountain Dew?
The thing is I can tolerate Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's not bad. I don't hate it. But I took the first drink, and I was like kind of trying to convince myself that it was fine.
That you liked it, yeah.
As bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But then with subsequent sips, it was just clear to me that, like, this tastes like cleaner.
Oh, and gotcha.
I just, did not like it at all. But the best part about it was, like, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to drink this. And Kendra's like, that drink was $9. And so I finished it.
Yeah, so you're going to finish it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely don't recommend, but it was also weird when, like, maybe 10 minutes after I ordered it, someone else ordered a Down South Margarita.
Oh, really?
So I just saw it in the wild. This is fucking crazy.
A wild.
Yeah.
So speaking of weird Mountain Dew alcoholic drinks, my brother went to Gatlinburg, and they did a moonshine tour.
Ooh.
And he brought back a Mountain Dew Shine.
Yep. I've had Dew Shine.
And it's delicious.
It is.
It's so good. And they were talking about so many different, how many flavors that they had on the fucking tour, and just insane how creative they're getting with the flavors too. Mm-hmm. But I had it, and I had the exact opposite experience you had with the Down South, because I drank that whole thing. It was so good.
I used to have like a Dew Shine bottle like in my room for a couple years, because I was just like, I've never seen this before. It was delicious.
So good.
Yeah.
But
Mountain Dew, very mixed,
dude. I am very positive. I've been drinking a Mountain Dew the whole time we've been doing the podcast.
Oh, nice.
But so it's not a regular flavor. It's called Mountain Dew Frostbite, and it's a cold shark on the label. It's a shark.
Is that good?
It just tastes like Voltage. I can't.
There's no distinguishable difference.
I can't distinguish a difference, and normally I'd be able to, because I'm a Mountain Dew connoisseur. Connoisseur.
Is that what lawyers say?
Connoisseur, you know. Yeah. I barely even know.
Connoisseur, I barely know it.
That's the joke I was going to make. But normally I can distinguish like kind of different Mountain Dew flavors, because there's been a lot of different ones. This one just tastes like Voltage. I cannot tell a difference. And Voltage is delicious, so like I'm not mad.
Yeah,
but I wanted it to be different.
I would like something new.
Please.
Yes. All right, and that's enough of Mountain Dew for one day.
So
I think we've done the Dew.
We're doing the Dew.
We did do the Dew. The Dew.
But
do.
So I started my first post-college script.
Hell yeah.
And very excited about it. Trying to get into the motion of writing every day, because I'm not used to doing that. I wrote the first couple days. Alarm going off. Gotta pay my electric bill. But
please don't have your Wi-Fi shut up
right now.
We already have other problems.
Nah, I've got till midnight, so I'll pay at 11:30, and
there we go.
You know,
but won't process until the next day.
But I'm writing a fantasy pilot, and it's about vampires.
Fuck yes.
And
is this True Blood too?
is this Truer Blood?
Truer, bloodier.
Truer, bloodier. Harder, better, truer, bloodier. But
that don't kill me.
I can only make me bloodier. I need you to hurry up now. I can't suck much longer. But I'm excited to get into this process, and I'm excited to write a whole script that's not for a class.
Yeah.
And work through the drafts, because I don't know if you were like this when writing scripts for video projects, because I know you didn't take any screenwriting past the required class, right?
No, I did not.
Right. So screenwriting was my minor because I already had the credits anyway. I was already halfway done. Right. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just finish it. And I would never do second drafts. I would write it and it would be done.
You know what? I was kind of the same way, where I would write as much as I could the first pass through.
Yeah.
And then let it sit for a few days, and then maybe the day before filming, I'd go back.
You tweak it a little bit.
No,
but
this dialogue doesn't feel nice to me.
But that's not really a second draft. That's just a tweaking of the
just
first
going
draft.
Through it again. Yeah.
So I'm trying to change myself in that. Okay, this isn't going to be good the first time around because I can already tell. And I'm trying my best not to go back and change shit because I want to finish it.
Right.
And then go back and do it. So I'm trying to do that. And I'm writing an HBO pilot length. So 40 to 50 pages.
Nice. Now, is this an idea that you've had for a while, or is this more of a recent development?
This is an extension of a different idea that I had a while ago. So in July, I tweeted that, I'm going to start writing my first post-college script. And I wrote down ideas, and I just didn't do anything else afterwards. And the more I got to thinking...
Sounds like my workflow.
And I've been getting, I haven't been as creative as I've wanted to be. And, there's a pandemic, and you shouldn't force yourself and get down on yourself if you're not as productive.
Yeah.
Because there's a goddamn virus going around that's halting everything. So I haven't been as creative and productive as I wanted to be, and I feel like getting into screenwriting, for me, is the easiest way to get, I guess, good content.
Yeah.
Because writing is already a stronger suit of mine. I'm pretty good at math, but English was my best subject. So, and I've gotten pretty positive feedback from the scripts I've written before. From colleagues and from you and our friend Devin, you've liked what I've written. And so I know I'm not ass at it, but I know I can be great at it, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah, you know what? It's everything that you've written so far for classes and stuff, I've really dug, and like you said, those weren't really, a whole lot of so much thought and effort the way you're doing it. You said those were pretty much all first drafts, right?
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, and I just can't even imagine what it turned out like after you put in actual effort and thought and consideration into what you're writing.
I'm not trying to make this good job, Logan, you're great at something fest.
Do it by all means.
Yeah, fucking I'm gonna suck my own dick on this podcast. I can't. I'm not that flexible. But
had to add in that little asterisk.
Yeah, exactly. A little star, a little, by the way. But it's just something. I feel like I've been trying to figure out what I want to be creatively.
Yeah.
And I haven't found it yet. And I've been in this limbo since I graduated. And it's sucked a little bit, not knowing what direction you want to go. Yeah. Because I know professionally, get a job as a video editor in shit like that, if creative shit doesn't work out.
Yeah. But
I haven't found the creative shit yet that I want to to focus my free time on.
And what you should do, I mean, I think you're taking the right approach where it's like, don't go into it thinking like automatically it's going to like get you a job.
Yes,
and you're gonna do that.
exactly.
Like you have other responsibilities, but you're not totally just like throwing it out because of the career that you have, like, and I think that's really good advice to take, especially for the field that you're in.
Yeah. It's a tough field for us to get into, like, baseline.
Exactly.
And especially during a pandemic, I think so you lucked into your position, like, you were qualified absolutely for it, but because of the pandemic, it was a long shot to get a position like that, right?
It pretty much was like by chance.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a hard industry to get into and to have a good career in.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to find a creative outlet on the side to maybe then propel past like a normal professional career.
Yeah.
And just try and, like I said, be creative, because I haven't really been recently. Like, this podcast has been a great creative outlet, but it's pretty easy for us to talk for an hour or an hour and 10 minutes.
And very little prep.
So little prep. This legit takes, so from this and editing, it takes like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And the hour is recording the podcast. And then the 20 more minutes is rendering the video to put on YouTube of the podcast.
Which always takes forever. Seems like it takes much longer than it needs to be.
Yeah, it's 25. It's legit 20 minutes, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, I've started that, and I guess this turned a little serious at the end, which is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, just trying to find my way creatively and trying to figure out like what I want to do.
Yeah, that's really fucking cool that you decided to actually like take the plunge and start to work on something, and it might not be done anywhere near this podcast. Like, it might take you like months and maybe even like a year or so to like kind of just really lock it down. But like, you've got time. You've got nothing. You don't have a deadline. You don't have like a grade to be worried about or guidelines. It's literally just like free form creativity. Yeah. Which, like, more power to you. And I'm really looking forward to, in the future, like, hearing more about this stuff. And I could even do some ghost.
Ooh.
What's it called when like you like have someone like peer review? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Script doctor that.
You're
shit.
definitely gonna get copies of this script. You're definitely gonna read it.
I will be your Carrie Fisher.
And you're definitely gonna help me make it even better, because that's how you are.
Fuck yeah.
And
thank you.
Yeah, it's just taking the plunge, man, and trying to see what I like and what I like to do.
Exactly.
So
best of luck to you with all of that.
Thank you.
That sounds awesome.
I appreciate that. I want to end on a stupid note. So my other random.
Here's a joke.
So here's a joke. Hold on. So let's do the thing where I tweet it.
Okay.
And then you see it.
Oh yes.
Okay, hold on. So yeah, I had this thought of at work. And I told it to one of my coworkers, and they were like, "Shut the fuck up." But like in like a loving way, and like they thought it was funny, but like, shut up, that's really stupid.
Yeah.
Hold on.
The best jokes.
The fucking best jokes. Here we go.
Are the ones that go, "That was really funny, but I never want to hear it again."
Yeah, exactly.
All
right. So the tweet just sent.
All right, let me refresh.
At least I think it did.
Not quite yet.
Not there? Okay, hold on.
I see Goldfinger minus Superman equals a
Goldfinger minus Superman. Oh, no.
Oh! I understand what you meant. Wow. Okay.
What?
Idiot.
Wait, did you not understand that tweet?
Yeah.
You didn't understand that tweet?
I didn't understand.
You didn't understand it, and then you just read it, and you're like, oh, that's what he meant.
Yeah, I literally just got it. Idiot. Anyways.
Okay, motherfucker, here. I will just say it, and then I'll tweet it.
Okay.
So, I think it would be really cool if PopSocket started doing, like, collaborations with artists, And I think one artist that they could really get with is Cardi B. And I think they could release a line called WAP sockets.
Well, thank you for listening to the Incoherent Mumbling podcast. Oh man! As soon as you said Cardi B, I was like, God,
here it comes. Here it comes.
WAP sockets.
WAP sockets.
What would that even be?
It would just be her face. It would just be her with her tongue. It would just be her tongue out. It would be a WAP socket. It's not gonna.
A much different route than I was thinking.
It's not. I'm not gonna say put fucking pussies on pop sockets.
But you're not.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy one and maybe wear it on my phone. But what I'm saying is that's not what I was saying.
I think that just says more about my mind and personality than anything.
Yeah, it does. It does. And you know what? I'm all for it because I'm a big piece of perv shit too, and it's fine.
Hell yeah.
But
we're just a bunch of pervs.
Bunch of pervy pervs.
Talking to the world.
Pervy perv and the Funky Bunch. Everyone, thank you for listening to episode 6. We went for an hour and 20 minutes, Matt.
Fuck yeah.
We're in it. So I hope you listeners either enjoyed this or fucking hated it. I hope there's no in between.
Honestly, if they're listening to it at this point, you know what to expect.
Yeah,
and
so
we appreciate you.
if you've listened all the way through, send me or Matt a message either in tweet or
any social media platform that you know me on.
If you have our phone number, send us a message and just send us the phrase WAP socket. Just so we know that you got to this part.
I can't wait to get exactly 0
I
WAP
can't
sockets.
wait for no one to send us a message. I can't wait for Noah Bullard to send us a message in 3 weeks.
We thank you to our one viewer.
Thank you, Noah. We appreciate your patronage and you listening to us. But yeah,
and your time and effort
and your weed beer
and your weed beer
and your weedy beer. But yeah, do you have anything else to add, Matthew? Before we
goodbye.
So long. Farewell. I say goodbye.
Adieu.
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 Au revoir.
To ya and ya and ya.
Innate love.
Ain't it, bro?
Innate. Oh, thank you for listening, love. Innate, very important. Oh, you fucking.
Fuck you, wanker.
Oh, you fucking.
I swear.
I swear.